What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be making a paddle tail swim bait from scratch, and then we're going to print it and then check the mold. So we're going to start out in Fusion 360 blank, and we're going to insert a canvas to work off of. You can go freehand, but I don't really like doing that. So we're going to go to Insert, and then Canvas, and then from your computer. And then I just found this picture of a fathead minnow online, so we're going to use this. We're just going to hit OK. And then we have to calibrate this so this is the size that we want. So we're going to go over on the left hand side and click the drop down for canvases, and we're going to right click it and then calibrate. And we're going to put a point on one end and a point on the other and set it to what length we want it. So I'm going for like 3.5 inches, so we're going to type in 3.5. And now this is our actual size. I'm going to right click this again and I'm going to hit move. Never mind, we're not going to do that. So to start making this, we're going to create a sketch, and we're going to use this axis. And we're just going to put a line straight across the entire bait. And we're going to use this to make the actual bait. So we're going to be using the form tool. This, in my opinion, is the best way to make realistic lures. So we're going to go use the pipe, and you're just going to click on the actual line we just made, and then we got to set it up. So you're going to want to click this right here, which says smooth display, and that's going to make it smooth. And then we're going to go to end types and make it square, and we're going to put in the smooth display. One more thing in the first part. We're going to change the diameter so it's not so big and easier to work with. We're going to go for like 0.2, maybe 0.15. That looks good to me. And then for segments, this is how many boxes you have. I generally recommend starting with something lower because you can always add more in. And then that's how we start off. So we're just going to slowly work this shape into the shape of the actual fish's body. And we're going to have to wing it towards the tail because I'm going for a paddle tail. One more thing before we get started, we're going to click up here on symmetry and mirror internal. And we're going to click on one box on one side and the exact same box on the other side. And that's going to set it up so if we change something, it moves the other side too, as you can see here. It'll change both sides evenly. You can use control click to select more than one at a time. So we're going to start doing that, and we're just going to bring this up a little bit. All right, now that the top half looks pretty good, we're going to start working on the bottom half. All right, now we're going to squish this back end back in. Alright, that should be our side profile done. So we're going to start making this wider now. So we're going to come on an angle so we can see a little bit better. We're going to just start dragging stuff out until it looks right. I'm actually going to hide the canvas now so we can see a little bit better. Alright, that looks pretty good to me as of shape. We might have to make the tail a little bit bigger, but we'll see. So now we're going to get into detail work after this. So we're going to do the fins now using the sketch method. So we're going to create a new sketch. And then we're going to use the spline tool to just draw them out really quick. So we're going to start on the top one. And we're just going to follow our diagram. You can always change this a little bit if you need to. And then we're going to draw a line down here just to close this. And then that one's done. So we're going to finish sketch. We're going to right click on this and hit extrude. We're going to do symmetric. And I think 0.02 looks good. Maybe 1. It's kind of hard to tell in CAD because everything's so zoomed in. We're going to go 1.5 just to be safe. And you're going to want to select new body. That's very important because you won't be able to put the details in if you use another method. We're just going to hit OK. And that's our top fin. Now, I'm not doing this fin right here. We're just going to do this fin, and we're going to do the same exact thing. So we're going to create new sketch. We're going to do it right here. We'll just slide on down over here, and we're going to draw it with the spline tool again. Just draw it around it. You could bend them too if you want to adjust it. So, like I could change this. We're going to put a little divot in here just because I think it'll look good. And then draw a line here. And that's going to finish the sketch. Right click again. Same thing. So we're going to go to symmetric, 0.015, and new body. See how that looks. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Alright, so now we have to do I think it's a pectoral fin. We're going to do that a little different. But we're going to create another sketch for this one. And we're going to draw it out with the spline tool again. I'm actually going to change the opacity of the canvas really quick so I can see it a little better. Actually, you know what? We don't even need the body right now, so we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to use the spline tool again. Now, this doesn't have to follow it exactly. You can make it however you'd like. And we're going to put a line there to finish it off. That looks good to me. Let's see how it lines up with the body. Yeah, it's pretty good. So we're going to extrude this again. And we're just going to drag it way out here. And we're going to hit new body. And hit OK. So what we're going to do now is we're going to modify split body. We're going to select this body. As the splitting tool, we're going to select our main body. And OK. Now this new body we created, we can hide that. And we're going to take this old body, which is our fin. And we're just going to move it out so it protrudes a little bit from the actual bait. It's way too far. Wrong button. And then it's kind of hard to see everything when you're on the computer because you don't really know how far it's going out. I think we need maybe a little more. That looks good to me. So that's it for that. And now we're going to get into the details of the actual fins. So we're just going to do one gill plate on this really quick, just to add a bit more detail. We're going to use the spline tool and follow this around. use the same method as this fin here to make it. So let's hide this body really quick. Extrude. Go out. Okay. And then body 1. We're going to split body. We're going to split this body. And the tool is going to be body 1. Okay. We're going to hit body 18 and move. And we're going to move it out 0.01. And that's going to give us a bit of next we're going to make the eye really quick. So we're just going to create another sketch. And we're going to just make a circle. Make it a little lower because this bait's not totally accurate. Finish sketch. We're going to extrude that out. We're going to split the body again, using our main body as the tool. And we are going to move this in a bit. Check that. We are going to extrude this body out. So just there, we're going to hit OK. And then we're going to combine cut again, and we're going to use this. No, actually wrong. We're going to do this, and we're going to select this as the tool body and hit cut. And that's going to give us our eye socket. So we got one last step, and that's to make this side look just like this side. So the first thing we got to do is combine all these bodies together. So we're going to select all of these as the tool bodies. And we're going to hit join. And there we go. Now this should all be one body. And now we're going to do modify, split body, body split, and splitting tools. We're going to use this axis here and hit OK. Now this body is the one we need, and we can get rid of 1. So you see that. Now we're just going to do modify. Now we're going to do create, mirror, select bodies, select this body, the mirror plane, we're going to use the same one, and hit join and OK. Now we have our solid complete bait. So to make the mold, first we're going to start out by facing our lure straight on. We're going to create a new sketch on this axis, and we're going to draw a circle in the nose, just not quite as wide because this is going to be where the plastic actually goes in. So that looks good. And then hit OK, finish sketch, and we're going to go to sketches. We're going to hide this body. We're going to extrude this out. We're going to extrude this out. Look at our body again, and we're going to do new body. And that's going to where the plastic goes in the mold. So we're going to hit OK. And next, actually, you know what? We're going to combine these two because it'll be easier. We're going to save first, though. So now we're going to orient ourselves this way. And we're going to create a new sketch right here. And we're just going to draw a circle dead center on this green line as close as you can get it. We're going to make that, that's a good size. We're going to have to move this a bit, that's fine. set it to symmetric, 2 inches, and you want to make sure this is set to new body. So this is going to be the tube that our plastic flows down into our baits. Now we also have to combine this piece and then this little nozzle right here that the plastic is going to flow into. We hit join. Now we're going to make 2 more of these. So we're going to hit move and copy. We're going to select create a copy. And we're going to move it over. I'm going to keep these pretty close because I want to save on print time. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing one more time, just to the left. That should be good. I am going to trim these down a bit now. Now that that's settled, it's time to make the spout. So we're going to use an offset plane for this. So we're going to put offset plane, and we're going to go right here. And we want to make it so that that plane is right in the middle of our, or as close to the middle as you can get it inside our new tube. So now we are going to create a new sketch on our new plane, and we're going to draw a circle on the correct side. And that's done. We are going to extrude this out. And then okay. Next we're going to create another offset plane to make the spout for the plastic to go in. So offset plane right here. And that looks good enough. So we're going to create a new sketch right there. And we're going to create another circle. And we're going to do 0.620, which is just big enough for the injector to fit in. And we're going to hit OK. Finish sketch. Now we're going to create a loft between these two. And that is going to give us something to condense the plastic down into. Okay. Now we are going to extrude this out a little bit. And this is what our injector is going to slide into. You want a little bit of extra room so it's got a bigger reserve of plastic to drip down into. That's one of the mistakes I made before. So we're just going to hit join. Now we are going to create another sketch right here. And we're going to draw a line right here somewhere. Go 90 degrees down. And then we're going to make a box. So now we're going to click on said box and hit extrude. We're going to go symmetric. And we're going to want to make this wide enough to accommodate the bait, so it's a little room to spare. That looks pretty good to me, and we're going to hit join. Or we're going to hit new body rather, sorry. And now that's our mold box. So the next step here is we're going to combine all of this. So we're going to combine, and then click on, and then we're going to click on all the bodies we have here, and hit OK. So now it's time to cut out the inside of our mold box. So we're going to hit combine, and we're going to select the box, and for the tool bodies, we're going to select those, and we're going to hit cut, and we're going to hit keep tools. So now we should have a hollow box. All we have to do is split this, so we're going to hit split body, click on that, and for the splitting tools we're going to use the axis again, hit OK. we should have 2 mold halves. So you could be done at this point. I'm just going to add a couple alignment pegs to make sure everything lines up right. So we're just going to create another sketch, and we're just going to draw a couple circles. Go 1/4 inch, make it nice and even. Now we're just going to select all of these really quick. We're going to hit extrude, and we'll just select all of these. And we'll go out 0.15, I think. Negative 0.15. And then hit join. So we're going to use this body to cut the other mold box to make. We're going to hit combine, and we're going to select this body, and then this body is going to be our tool. And we're going to hit cut. Now the other side should have the holes cut out. Now we have to make these a little wider and deeper, otherwise they're not going to fit. We're going to create our final sketch right on this build platform, and we're going to draw our circles. We'll do 0.26 just to give it a lot of wiggle room. You could get a tighter clearance. I just don't really feel like that. And then we're going to finish that sketch. And one last extrusion. We're going to select both faces on all of these. And we are going to do a extrusion of negative 0.16. And then that's it. We're going to put these and slice them and print them out, and then see how the actual lure comes out. So we're going to go over the first mold we printed that did not work so good. This is the one you saw in the video. So number one, I don't think the tail was big enough. And the details on the fins were way too small to show up on the printer, so don't worry about me making those in the video. Now I'm not sure if this didn't work because it wasn't vented properly, or if the plastisol chamber was too short, or if where it enters into the lure cavity wasn't big enough. I tried to cut some vent holes, if you can see, with the Dremel, and that didn't work out so good. I still had a bunch of denting in the baits. So this is version 2 now. I made the tail a little bit bigger and made the portion that goes into the tail thinner, so hopefully it has more action. The hole to enter the bait's a lot bigger, and so is this chamber where the plastisol goes into. I also put in these vents. They're kind of hard to see, but hopefully that lets all the air out this time.
Absolutely
wrong.
So after tearing lots of hair out in 4 failed versions, I think I finally got this to work. We are at the perfect temperature. So we're going to draw it into our injector one last time. Burp it, get all the air out so we just have plastic left. And we're going to inject our mold. We're going to stop and put a little bit of pressure when we feel the plastic stop going in. We're going to hold it for like 10 seconds. That should be good. We're going to top off our sprue hole so it'll draw more plastic in as it cools. And we're going to empty out our injector, and I'll see you guys when this cools down and sets up. So this should be all cooled off now. We're going to crack it open. So after a long time of printing and redesigning, I finally think I got this right. It's kind of hard to see on camera. You'll see it a little better in the thumbnail, but I just pulled these out, cleaned up all the flashing, and then stuck some eyes on it. Here's another eye through on this one. These should have a nice action. Now for the redesign of the mold, I think the biggest thing was putting the actual fish sideways instead of going straight down into it, and this let the air escape a lot better. It's also really important, I don't know if you guys can see it or how well, is where the plastic goes into the bait, you want to make that as wide as possible because that's going to suck in extra plastic as it cools in the plastic strings. That's it for this video. Please download this mold and use it. It took a lot of work. If you guys have any suggestions or questions or anything, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm going to test out all these lures soon. Trout season's coming up and most of the bodies of water here are closed for stocking. That's a hint hint wink wink for the next video. But after that, I'm going to start testing all these lures and see how well they fish.